This is D, Movie Man, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic, coming to you with reliable recaps, reviews, and reactions. And today, I'm coming to you all with another episode of Bridgerton. Oh, how I wish I could be saying those words today, but no, not quite yet. So today, I'm coming to you all with a reaction. Not a trailer reaction or a movie reaction, but a preview clip reaction? Something a little different. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, Tadum premiered yesterday, which is also known as Netflix's global fan event. And in Tadum, we saw a lot of exclusive clips and news and interviews and updates centered around Netflix's most popular content. We had Stranger Things, The Sandman, Tiger King, Cobra Kai, The Witcher, and a whole lot more. However, if you have been following my channel and if you've been paying attention, then I'm pretty sure you already know what I'm here for. Yes, 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 yes. We were granted an exclusive first look at Bridgerton Season 2. And I could not be more hyped or excited because, man, that first season, there are no words, but Bridgerton was definitely an experience. It was a global phenomenon. Because if you weren't paying attention, then you should know that Bridgerton was watched by more than 82 million people worldwide, making it the most watched series ever on the platform. So naturally, many of those people, including myself, were eagerly anticipating the second season. However, some not so fun things happened in 2020. The big Ponderosa hit, and production for plenty of shows, not just this one, got pushed. But it is now a new year, and with things getting somewhat back to normal, production has resumed on Bridgerton's second season, and we now get to see what this upcoming season is going to offer. Let's get into it.
I can hear
Oh, I love it already.
you.
Pardon me, my lord.
I never got your name. I was wondering if we'd meet again.
So you might discern if my wit is acceptable, my manners genteel.
You were eavesdropping.
It was hardly an effort, seeing as you were proclaiming your many requirements for a wife, loud enough for the entire party to hear.
You take issue with my requirements?
I take issue with any man who views women merely as chattels and breeding stock.
None of that was meant for you.
Viscount Bridgerton, yes. When you manage to find this paragon of virtue, whatever makes you think she will accept your suit? Are the young ladies of London truly so easily won by a pleasing smile and absolutely nothing more?
So you find my smile pleasing?
I find your opinion of yourself entirely too high.
Ooh.
Your character is as deficient as your horsemanship.
Oh.
I shall bid you good night.
Oh. Yes. That just happened. That clip wasn't even a minute and 30 seconds. And yet, it gave me everything that I needed. You know what? Kate better come through, okay? I am here for it. So if you weren't already familiar with Julia Quinn and her Bridgerton book series, then you should know that each of the 8 novels in the series is centered around a Bridgerton child. We got Daphne's story with the Duke of Hastings, which is adapted from The Duke and I. And now we're centering the story around Anthony in The Viscount Who Loved Me. So I purposely didn't look up any more information story-wise, but I did see enough to know that Kate Sharma is going to be our female lead for this next season. And man, I was already excited when I saw who was cast. I was like, okay, yes, I'm already here for it. But then seeing that clip and then seeing what their dynamic is going to be for this next season, oh man. It's basically going to be that whole like back and forth cat and mouse tete-a-tete kind of dynamic. Then of course over time they'll realize that they're madly in love with each other. And then things will progress from there. But considering how things went down with Anthony the first time around, Kate is absolutely what he needs to get him together. Like, he totally needs that. He absolutely needs the energy that Kate is giving him because Anthony is cool, but let's not act like Anthony didn't have the big head in the first season. He was definitely feeling himself and was throwing his weight around throughout the season. And so the fact that this woman is going to be the one to come through and check him, especially knowing his views on marriage. And now he swore at the end of the first season that, you know what, hey, I'll just take love out the equation and we'll be good. Well, that's clearly not going to work out for obvious reasons. But man, as soon as I saw the building that they were standing outside of, I was just like, man, these production values, these aesthetics, I am a costume drama fanatic. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, I mean, I'm good. Like, this is what I need, you know? This is right on target for me. And I'm actually surprised we got a clip because I've been following filming and production for this current season. And I know there have been some challenges with our outside situation going on. They've had to delay and postpone production a couple of times. So it definitely has been a bit of a challenge, but it looks like things are definitely trucking along very well. So yeah, I am really excited. I am really intrigued to see how the story progresses with all these characters, not just our new characters, but also our old characters. And I'm interested in seeing where these stories and where these characters are going to progress this time around. So of course we have Simone Ashley as Kate Sharma. Many of you will know Simone Ashley for her role as Olivia in the popular Netflix series Sex Education. We also have Sharithra Chandran as Edwina Sharma, who is Kate's sister. Then we also have Rupert Evans joining the cast as Edmund Bridgerton, who of course is the late patriarch of the Bridgerton family. And of course, I'm excited by that because naturally we are getting flashback scenes. And it's going to be really interesting seeing that dynamic because of course, throughout the first season, his character has already passed away. And we see the Dowager Viscountess Bridgerton, aka Violet, really dealing with that. And it really drives her desire to see her children marry and create lives of their own. So a lot of times with my reactions, I have a lot more information to offer. Of course, production is still ongoing and we're not getting the second season until 2022, which is fine with me because obviously things have been shifted around. And it's been a challenge, of course, rebuilding and restructuring things to fit this new normal. So I think people have to understand that. I think people are just like, oh my gosh, what's taking so long? And it's like, you do realize that production is not an overnight process, and even the normal day-to-day process of production has been significantly impacted by this current situation. So I just feel like people need to step back. Let's not get so entitled. Don't have that whole microwave mindset. Give these people time to do their job and to put out something of quality, because I'm telling you, they rushed this. The same people who are like, oh my gosh, where is it? Will be dragging it because it's rushed or the quality is dropped and it's not on point. So please, just breathe. Let the process be what it is. And when the second season comes out, it'll be all the more enjoyable because we know that it has been worth waiting for. And if you are watching this video for the first time, if you are new to my channel, or if you're someone who is already familiar with my channel but wasn't aware, then you should know that I recently finished doing recaps for the first season of Bridgerton. It was something I really, really enjoyed doing. It definitely had its challenges, but I'm definitely proud of myself for pushing through. I think it was a challenge really understanding just how much time goes into recapping these shows, especially with the level of detail and all these characters and all these twists and turns. But ultimately, I knocked out all 8 episodes. I'm so appreciative of all the positive feedback I got because I technically started later than I meant to. But just hearing the encouragement, hearing the positivity, just hearing the fact that people enjoyed it, that they felt like they were kind of revisiting the series, especially with us already having to wait for season 2. I'm glad that people were able to enjoy that. And so if you are interested in that, just feel free to check out my playlist tab and you should see Bridgerton season 1 recaps, and I have all 8 right there. So feel free to check those out. Feel free to comment, get in on the conversation, and let me know what you thought of the first season. And of course, I plan on recapping the second season, but for now, we have a little bit of a wait, and I don't mind being patient for that because if this preview clip is any indication, then this season is about to give me everything, and I do mean everything, that I need. Bridgerton Season 2 will be premiering in 2022. As always, I will definitely be there watching, and you already know I'll be here to give you guys my thoughts. So, once again, this is D, Movie Man, signing off, and I'll see you with the movie.